I'm Amira Youssef. I'm a Principal Program Manager in Azure Edge Devices Platforms team at Microsoft. Today, I want to inspire you to begin building Edge AI solutions with Azure Percept. Today's session, I'll talk to you about how we embrace digital transformation at the edge with Azure Percept. In my session today, I'll cover some customer stories and scenarios. I'll provide an overview of AI at the edge and Azure Percept portfolio, and I'll close with a few call to actions for you. So let's get started. I want to kind of share with you some customer stories and scenarios. I want you to imagine for a second a scene. This is an oil and gas industry. It's an offshore oil platform. Ocean drilling is very hazardous environment. It's complex machinery, high winds, poor visibility, heavy moving objects. It's really a complex environment for AI. There's no internet, so really everything has to be at the edge and local, especially with low bandwidth connectivity to the cloud. And really in this scenario, we require low latency loop, the event occurring, observing, alerting, and acting on it immediately. On the next slide, I'll show you, this is a scenario with a complex scene on an oil platform. And you could see here some real-time AI technology picking up alerts. And if you look at the middle of the box, there's a blue crane and there's an actual person there. And immediately there is a person observed, the alert, and we can act on it for safety workers. So this is a scenario for safety, and the worker is under a heavy load in motion. And through this technology, we can activate this event. And this is an example of the low latency loop. So edge AI scenarios are for every kind of business. So whether it's manufacturing, energy, smart places, connected automotive, retail, healthcare, really the endless possibilities across industries. And most of the customers that we speak to have scenarios around either people or vehicle detection across these industries. Here at Microsoft, we're focusing on two main industries, retail and manufacturing. It doesn't mean we're not looking at other industries, but we're really activating and working actively on these two industries. So for example, if we look at retail for shelf analytics, this is using advanced analytics through automated stock analysis. We can see like how fast do you need to restock your produce, how fast are they going bad, and it's really real time that you'll get business insights. For manufacturing, for example, where predictive maintenance and factory safety protocols is important, we can employ monitoring a workplace environment like the scenario we've just seen with sensors, and with Azure Percept that is possible. So now let's dig into AI at the edge. So if we look at the industry, and according to IDC, infrastructure spending over the next 5 years, it's estimated that there will be $300 billion will be spent on cloud providers in the next 5 years. And we all know the cloud is still growing. But in comparison, it's estimated that there will be $1.5 trillion on the edge that will be spent. And it's driven mainly by data sovereignty, locality, and latency. And we're going to see what are the drivers behind this growth on the edge. The first driver is modernized edge infrastructure. Companies choosing to modernize their edge IT infrastructure, especially virtualized workload. This will lower the cost, increase agility, running IT workloads at the edge. The second is 5G. So 4G benefited consumers over the last 5 years. Maintaining ad hoc Wi-Fi network is complex, and replacing with 5G antennas will achieve high bandwidths. It's make it more secure and scalable networks, which equals a better signal. The third pillar is AI at the edge, which is the focus of our talk today. We believe AI at the edge will drive digital modernization and transformations for many industries. With the increased sophistication of sensors, AI models, AI at the edge will provide your business real-time insights, and you will differentiate more. So Why Azure Percept? In the past, AI at the edge was complicated. There was so many choices. AI introduced lots of complexity, and we really have simplified the experience for you with Azure Percept. There are three main components for Azure Percept: the hardware reference design and development kit for rapid prototyping, the full integrated experiences from bottom to the top of the stack, and we'll scale through our partner ecosystem, whether it's hardware or software. So we have really lowered the time to develop edge AI solutions. We've lowered the complexity for you and therefore increased the opportunities for you to differentiate and monetize. Azure Percept is edge intelligence from sensor to service. Azure Percept is a fully integrated, easy-to-use platform with added security for creating edge AI solutions. We've designed Percept for you so you can start prototyping in minutes with hardware accelerators that integrate seamlessly with Azure AI services such as cognitive services and IoT services. You can use whether brownfield or greenfield sensors that you currently have. So Azure Percept is a comprehensive edge AI platform. It's simple and built to build and manage it, and it's designed with modern security in mind. So Azure Percept has these three pillars: a device development platform, an edge AI service platform, and a certification program. These three complement and work together to create an ecosystem through first-party and third-party devices and applications. So solution builders need devices to build and run their apps. Device builders are looking to pull through the demand created by these apps. And the certification program really gives you the confidence that all of this will work together. And now I will talk to you for each of these pillars in more details and about our portfolio. So one of the upcoming products that we're going to have and launch is Azure Percept on Azure Stake HCI. This is a virtual machine plus HCI hardware. It's ultimately a gateway virtual appliance. We believe this is a better together story, improving the end-to-end story with Edge AI and HCI. This, you can deploy the workload in minutes on existing HCI devices. It's going to be integrated and powered by Nvidia GPUs. And coming soon on the Azure Certified program, you will see there will be a click to check the box Edge AI, and you'll know that this is compatible with a GPU and Percept for you to really get started. The other product I wanted to talk to you about is Azure Edge AI Installer. We often hear from our solution builders that they want to get started before physical devices are procured and deployed. To kickstart cloud-ready Azure Edge AI solutions, we've deepened our integration with Nvidia Jetson DK, and we've created the Azure Edge AI Installer. This will streamline your device setup for Jetson DKs by automating Azure components and installation. And this is available for you today for early access. We're also partnering with Nvidia and the device builder community to ensure the availability of production-grade devices. And through Azure Edge AI device developer kits, this will empower device builders to create secure, compatible devices that accelerate Azure Edge AI solutions from the proof of concept all through to production. So I provided you a quick overview about the device portfolio and device platform that is available with Azure Percept. Now I want to switch a little bit gears with Azure Percept Studio. What is Azure Percept Studio? It's the out-of-the-box experience where it's pre-trained to recognize common objects. You can plug it in, see the web stream immediately, and see the AI output in 10 minutes. You can access it through the Azure portal, and you really only need 15 to 20 images for the no code using custom vision, which you can then harness and build your AI models yourself. But with that, I want to show you a demo of the Azure Percept new studio experience for you to get started. So let's look at the recording.
Whether you're new to AI models and prefer walkthrough guidance, or an advanced developer looking to quickly deploy, Azure Percept Studio enables you to easily get started prototyping your edge AI business solution. For this tutorial, we will demonstrate how quickly you can create a pilot solution and deploy it to Azure Stack HCI. We are here in the Azure Percept Studio and have already onboarded an Azure Percept VM using Windows Admin Center. Next, we will create a solution. We start by creating a solution by providing a name and description. We then connect it to an Azure Stack HCI device where it is deployed to an Azure Percept VM. You'll notice that both Azure Video Analyzer and Azure Spatial Analysis are fully integrated. We can easily configure resources to orchestrate the pipeline of devices, cameras, and models. Next, click Create. And now we can easily add a camera. Simply click Add Cameras and enter the camera's RTSP URL along with your credentials. Tapping Add will show the camera details and a static thumbnail view. We can add multiple cameras to a solution by following the same steps. Now that we have 2 cameras added, click on the camera thumbnail to see the live stream, and click Apply AI Skill to see a pre-populated library of Azure Spatial Analysis skills. There are 3 skills available. People counting in an area for scenarios such as queue management or end cap displays. People count that cross a line to measure things such as store occupancy or people detection when entering or exiting an area. For this tutorial, we are going to select people counting in an area. Now let's configure the AI skill by drawing a polygon in the area around the checkout line. Once it is drawn, tap Deploy, and the solution is deployed to the Azure Stack HCI device that we selected before. And just like that, we have inferencing results on our camera stream. Now, let's click on the Insight tab where we can see some basic insights and alerts built in. For instance, we can configure an alert as an SMS to be sent to the store operator when the queue is too long. The results can also be streamed to Power BI to visualize the data in real time from across the store. We are excited to see what you will do with the power of Azure Percept. To learn more, visit our documentation and community page in the Azure Percept Studio portal.
Now we've seen Azure Percept Studio demo. This is the new experience that we're launching. And as you could see, you can deploy your solution just in a few minutes, and you can start prototyping. So the other part that I wanted to talk to you about is Azure Percept PaaS services. Azure Percept Edge AI PaaS services streamlines the creation and operation of Edge AI applications with solution, device, and security management capabilities. Azure Percept services will allow developers to easily deploy and operate Edge AI solutions across various device types. Our Edge AI PaaS consists of both cloud and edge APIs. We support bring your own models so you can train and build your own. So I've shared with you devices platform, our services platform, and the third pillar that I'm going to talk to you about is the certified ecosystem. And with the Azure Certified program, this will give you in confidence in product compatibility. It will differentiate for you and increase discoverability and really simplify the development for you. And at the end of the day, it will give you confidence that everything just works. So where we started the presentation sharing about scenarios and where is Edge AI applicable to the industries, you really can check some of the real world scenarios on our tech community that brings the technology of Azure Percept to life. With Azure Percept, we can address various business problems. For example, the ability to detect freshness of produce in supermarkets, allowing us to waste less food at the same time optimize ordering and stocking frequency that affect the bottom line. There are many other examples, whether, as you could see on the screen, from traffic monitoring in smart cities to building an aircraft to worker safety. And you can check it on our tech community blog page where customers and partners have shared their experiences with Azure Percept. So traditionally, AI at the edge solutions are complex. With Azure Percept, we've simplified the experience, making it accessible to anyone with passion to build. We invite you to join us and get started building your own projects and discover the possibilities with Azure Percept. I close my talk today with a few call to actions to you. If you're interested in the Edge AI installer, please register for early access on aka.ms/edgeai_EA. If you want to learn more about Azure Percept, check out aka.ms/percept. And if you're interested to learn more about our customer and partner stories, check aka.ms/Azure Percept blog. And finally, if you want to check about the Azure Certified program, check it out at aka.ms/cert learn more. And finally, I'd love to hear from you. My contact is on the screen. And thank you for listening to today's session.